Welcome. This is a class to introduce to you the wonderful aspects of volunteering. Volunteering in one of the eco-yoga communities. We are inviting you to come and to join a community of those who are really caring for Mother Nature. Those who want to live a different lifestyle than the consumer society, which simply has a one-way use of plastic, throwing it out in the nature and contaminating the rivers and forgetting all the beautiful things life has to offer when you're in contact with nature. Really, especially one, Gambira. Gambira is on the coast of Colombia. It's exactly in La Sierra Nevada. This is the only mountain range which goes over 5,000 meters high and then goes down all the way into the Caribbean Sea. Gambira is a place which we have developed for many, many years to become a thriving yoga community with a lot of type of agriculture, fruit trees, animals, and above all, a beautiful sanctuary. In that sanctuary, you can see Radhakanta, the beauty and sweetness manifested. Actually, when you come to Gambira as a volunteer, we have a nice place downtown Santa Marta. It's called Yogamaya. There you can arrive when you come from the airport or when you're coming by bus, and you get contact with our people there. We are distributing lots of vegetarian food there in Yogamaya. And we are representing three major communities. Number one is Gambira. Gambira is 23 hectares of beautiful variety of settlements, all penetrated through Tairona original pathways made by the ancestors of this region in stone and which have lasted 1,000 years. And nestled in there, there are there's the house of the sages. There's a very nice Govardhan hill on top of the mountain. There is Gambira itself with the main shrine where the volunteers are staying. Then we also have the top of the mountain residence of Mohini Mata and our dear devotees from Germany who come there sometimes. Really, volunteering in such a community is a special experience. You should just give it a try. Plus, from here, you can also go towards Goloka. Goloka is extraordinary. It is the healing place of the Arhuaco community. The Arhuaco community and also the other indigenous communities of La Sierra Nevada, Kogis, Canguamos, Wivas, they used to come to this place before colonialism took it over and destroyed the entire original setup. So in Goloka, there's 12 different pools, healing pools. You have a healing pool for your nervous system. You have a healing pool for your bones. You have a healing pool for your organs. You have a healing pool for your skin. There's, for every kind of disease, one of the healing pools are there. And between one pool and the other are waterfalls. Starting with the most impressive, the Surrender waterfall, which is an absolute unique place. 50 people can sit behind the waterfall and meditate as this incredible amount of water falls on the Gopeshwar Lingua, which is there like a sacred site. Yes, Goloka is a place for pioneers. Our facilities are very basic, basically oriented towards people who come with a tent. Of course, we have a roof. When the rain gets too strong, we can also put the tent under the water or sleep there. We have some facility, but it's a pioneer place. Actually, many of the yoga volunteer places are pioneer places. We need you to come there and help us to develop them. There's a lot of things we can do, really a lot, and it is very charming to do that. Going out into the jungle, surrounded by all kinds of animals, wildlife, flowers, our cultivation, our orchards. It's really fantastic. And then, if you want it even more exotic, we invite you to Kulinas de Harijan Swami. That is another 30 hectares of land, but it's quite a distance. First you have to drive 2 hours, and then you have to walk 2 hours, for those who are slow. And you go up the mountains and reach, first of all, we come by a Kogi village with all the traditional huts, beautiful, really amazing, and wonderful people. Then when there's no more way that even motorbikes can go further, only by foot. You go through the trail and you go up the mountain. It's easy walking. Then there's a few hills up and down, and then you come to the most beautiful Yamuna River. This river is full of pools for taking your refreshing bath, almost like Goloka, even though Goloka is very unique because of the healing pools and the waterfalls. But this, the Yamuna in Kulinas de Harijan, there's a lot of pioneer work to be done. We have so much land to grow sugar cane, have the most great variety of fruit trees we can grow there. The climate is fantastic all year round, around 22 degrees. And it's a bit steep at some aspects, and there's also some good flat areas. And we have some cabins there, volunteers can stay there. And again, I say, volunteering in an eco-yoga farm is to help it to develop. So come there with great enthusiasm to put a few days or weeks of your work to make this more wonderful. The eco-yoga community, which is built up on the enthusiasm from the Utsav, the union of ancient wisdom, is especially inspired by the ancient wisdom of the Orient, of India, of the yogis. But we also connect and keep all the principles of preserving and protecting Mother Nature as we get them from the ancestral tribes which are still living a life and friendly with all our activities. As a matter of fact, the Utsav was founded by a group of Mamus who came over to Gambira, and as they went there and looked at all the signs at the rocks with all the, they said, this place is not good for education. They said, it's perfect. It's the perfect place for finding the roots and applying them to our nowadays reality. So, you're most welcome. Don't be afraid, because we start today with singing, dancing, and yoga. And then there's some philosophy, then there's some delicious vegetarian food. And then we sit together and plan what can we do to improve this, to make this place more nice, to grow more of the exotic fruits, to have more beautiful flower gardens, to do everything that our visitors and volunteers are comfortable. All this is really, it's so easy available. And all you need to go, come to Santa Marta, come to Yoga Maya, write us a letter, inquire, reserve a spot, look at our different websites, the UTSAF website, plus everything you do here. If you're having a volunteer program, a study program, you can also get a certification from the University of Ancient Wisdom, which is actually a foundation, which is teaching so many courses, is very dedicated to the development of the individuals who come to us. We really want them to be happy and to get surcharged with energy and wisdom, so that when they go back into their world, they can take this with them. So here, that was the first stop, the coast, Santa Marta, Colombia. But now we can go to the center of Colombia. We can go to Bogota, which is known by the indigenous people as Bacata. In Bogota, only 1 hour from the city, we have Varshana. Varshana, that is the best eco-yoga village which I know. It's so wonderful. It has so many features. There's the yoga planetarium, where you can experience the journey of the soul. There's temazcals. There is facility for making hermit life in the mountains, living like a hermit next to the sanctuary of water, where sprawling rivers coming out straight from the mountain and blessing us with beautiful little ponds to refresh ourselves with quite cold, refreshing water. And there's many of such pools. The first one, Radhakunda, Shamakunda, and then Manasiganga. So there's a variety. Then there is a museum of sculptures. There's a sculpture called Krishna, who helps you to overcome all the obstacles of life, in the form of huge sculptures sculptured into the mountain with little caves. Actually, there is over 22 caves. Also belonging to that part of the country which is very unique. It is a plain, a great jungle plain on a very high elevation, 2,500 meters high, with a complete special, original biodiversity. There's so many colibris, you cannot hardly count how many different ones you see. There's also a lot of the lazy bear, which hangs in the trees and just eats the leaves. I don't know what's the English name for it. Then we cultivate all kinds of exotic fruits and vegetables. Actually, our community called Varshana, we supply vegetarian organic food to many people, even in Bogota. We have a nice restaurant there, facility, and we have also an incredible art retreat place. Volunteer facilities, very nicely. Yoga programs every day. Varshana is something to have to see it. Have to see to believe it. You will take that spirit of Varshana with you because it is simply incredible. Then, from Varshana, you have a second option in a little hotter climate. It's called Vindavanita. Again, next to the wonderful river which goes through there, and the nice facility of Vindavanita, which is a lot of meditation, retreats, studies, Temaskal. There you can meet our Prabhu Shamal, who is very specially dedicated for guiding the people who come there so that they can get an exclusive feeling of the ancient wisdom. You see, you have to go to our website to see all the varieties of things we are doing. We are a community which extends all over Colombia and also some other countries. The ancient wisdom is represented in Peru, in Chacrimar, in the Ecotruli Park. It is represented in Bolivia, represented in Varshana, represented in Vrindavan Hardin Ecologic Garden in Ecuador. It is represented in so many places, which I will just present to you kind of one after the other, no? So Vrindavanita is really, really wonderful. There's many elder yogis there, actually, because they cannot move around so easily anymore. They have kind of a retreat there. So it's a very, very sanctified atmosphere. Vrindavanita. Welcome, welcome, welcome. From there we move on. Now we are going towards Cucuta. In Pamplonita, we have an eco-yoga village called Govinda. And that place is on the road going towards Venezuela, where you can see every night the wonderful lightning of the Catatumbo. There's like a natural phenomena there, where every night there's lightning. Nobody can explain why this place is always full of lightning. And from our eco farm we can see that. There is the river Pamplona, so we can also go down to the river. We are growing many things. We have yoga programs. Again, it is a retreat for pioneers. Of course, pioneers doesn't mean you're not going to have a roof over your head and there's some food to be eaten which is healthy, but it means that you have to be in the spirit that you're developing a community in some country which is in great need of joyous participation. It's not very opulent. It's not like, don't expect the hotel standards or something there. No, it's for helping in the kitchen, helping in the garden, helping in construction, helping in making websites, helping in so many ways. Our eco yoga community is a community of love. It's based on beauty, sweetness, and love, because that's what we got from this treasure of the Vedic wisdom. Vedic wisdom, Oriental wisdom, yoga wisdom, you name it. It's all available in our place, and we want you to participate. Of course, this is spoken in English, but we have a lot of people from South America coming also. So we are bilingual. We are speaking Spanish and English, and sometimes Germans are coming, Jewish people are coming. So many languages spoken, but basically our care for our visitors is bilingual. Then, from the beautiful place of Pamplonita, we move over to Barranquilla. In Barranquilla is Madhuvan. Madhuban is again, it's in the coast of Colombia, so it's very hot there. There's a beautiful lake for taking a swim and for having some mud treatment for your body, which is very healthy. In Madhuban, you can spend some time with Uddhava, who is a yogi there, who is taking care of this this project and welcomes you. From there, we move onwards to a new project coming up. This is the mud volcano, El Tutumo. There we have a project just in the beginning, needing pioneers who are completely ready to undergo hardship and difficulties in order to construct our dwellings right next to the Ciénaga, which is the huge lake just on the bottom of the mud volcano. The whole area is just spectacular, and the ocean is just on the other side of the Ciénaga. So you can have both the ocean and the Ciénaga, the mud volcano, and the pioneering work. There you need to go with your tent to make it complete, because our facility is for outdoor retreats, and volunteering there is for those who have this kind of desire to develop something. There's on the Ciénaga we have 2 more farms, which are you have to cross over the Ciénaga by boat, and you can reach our places where we have lots of coconut trees, banana trees. It's an amazing place, really. From here we move onwards towards Sincelejo. Sincelejo is a great place connected to the Senu original people who actually invited us to take this place right next to a very nice waterfall, El Sereno. That place we have already planted so many fruit trees. To go there and to help there, you have to specially register with Mansarova, who's guiding this place, and see how you can be part of the different excursions we do there. Also a place for your tent. But it is very nice and specially dedicated to the sacred plant of the healing Tulasi. Tulasi is a very, very holy plant which is worshipped in every house in India. And here in this place, this yoga ashram, this is just an amazing thing to know that such places exist. From here we move on towards Medellin. There are more communities here and there, smaller ones, which I will introduce in a future video. But in Medellin, outside the city, close to the airport, is Sachinandan. Sachinandan is an unbelievable place. On top of a mountain, you have a 360-degree view all around, and a nice temple. Radha Shakti, a saintly yoga teacher, she's there receiving the visitors who want to come and help. It's limited facility, so you have to register to make sure you get a spot, or if you come with a tent. There's a lot of work to do, like everywhere. All eco-yoga places are places of service. Those who are enthusiastic to serve, they will feel absolutely enchanted. Those who are looking just to be served, they better check into a hotel somewhere else. But those who want to serve and make something wonderful, all these yoga projects, they're the union. They bring us into union with nature, union with like-minded people who are also want to share this love which the Supreme has given to us by providing such incredible places. So Sachinandan is definitely a place. It's very close to Medellin, practically next to the Rio Negro airport. And yes, if you come there, you will be very surprised what you will find. Pleasantly surprised. Then from here, we go on. We move to the next place. The next place is in Cali, Colombia. Cali, Colombia, there's several eco-yoga projects, but New Govardhan is the most outstanding. It's really on the mountaintop. You really have to do some climbing to get up there. And then you find a beautiful Govardhan hill with a little river flowing down next to it and full of heliconias, these exotic flowers which last for weeks, which grow there in great abundance. And Ramapandita is the host there, a very austere constructor. He has built houses in the trees. He has built a beautiful swimming pool right on a ridge. No, he's a very amazing. This is very pioneering, definitely. That place is there for all of us to enjoy the true nature, which is wild. Nature's wild. When human beings come in there and they're trying to settle and make it more comfortable, it's also natural, unless I bring a whole lot of artificial things. But you know, nowadays we are very modern and Wi-Fi almost reaches everywhere. Even though sometimes we wish no phone and no electricity and nothing of that you can also have. Like in Kolina Saharijan Maharaj, there's no Wi-Fi reaches there and no light, electric light. But we have a solar panel, so we get by. So here, this is the southern part of Colombia. Now we move on towards San Agustin. San Agustin is a place where there's a lot of very old archaeological sites which do all remind us of Vedic culture. Ganesh, Garuda, and many sculptures are there, like the Super Soul and so. And right there, next to it is Ashraya Dam, a place which Chandavali Didi, she's looking after. A wonderful place with 2 rivers, waterfalls, and also fully pioneer. Bring your tent or be satisfied to just have a roof over your head. Then you can come there and help. We have 4 hectares of land there, and it's really a wonderful place. So here we crossed Colombia left and right. There's more places we have developing gradually. Like there's a place which Ajita has on top of a mountain in Huila. There is some projects in Ibagué. Also Arjuna, he has a place of the United Nations of the Spirit. So come and find out more about it. I don't want to saturate you here with information of all the places, but definitely we should also think from Colombia to cross into Ecuador is just around the corner. There's also wonderful projects in Pasto, Colombia. There's also eco-yoga farm coming up. Then when you go into Ecuador, in Ecuador, you go to Baños, Rio Negro, and visit Gora Shakti. Gora Shakti, a mystic at heart, and offering the heartfelt guide with the incredible 60-hectare farm full of the most exciting wildlife and flora and fauna. So you cannot imagine. One time we even got the visit inside the temple room of a black panther. That's a few years ago. They are not seen very often, but because we are right next to the Sangay National Park, which is maybe the greatest national park of Ecuador, has many volcanoes inside, like the Sangay. It's an active volcano. Then there's a Tunguragua. The whole area is just volcanic and incredible. And these rivers there, it's just amazing. We have small, clean, pure rivers. We have major rivers like the Pastasa is going by. And the Pastasa is coming from Baños. And in Baños, we have the Center of Conscious Art run by Gokula Ranjana, where you can actually go and stay and take a course in conscious art, right on the Pastasa in the beautiful center, which is there. On the websites, you can find these guides, the pictures, so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. Because you know, it says a picture, it tells 1,000 words. So I'm trying to give you a visual description of the places, but in the end of the day, the pictures do help a lot to get a concrete idea. So here you come in Ecuador, and you will see that studying yoga, studying scriptures of the East, meditating in the forest, cultivating your own food, seeing the exotic varieties of insects, plants, birds. Like, well, we have so many different variety of birds there. It's just amazing. And of course, there's the refreshing dip into the holy rivers, which we are trying to preserve there in the spirit of Gangama, just like Ganges should be protected as it comes down from the snow glaciers of the Himalayas. All these rivers, they also come, like in Ecuador, in the farm, there the glacier is called the altar. It's an amazing glacier. It's where we get our clean water from. So to participate in volunteering, there's of course a program we also have in Argentina, General Rodriguez. And we have a very, very important place in Peru. It's called the Ecotruli Park, which is made completely in the desert, turned into an oasis by the work of the yogis there. And you cannot, all the conic buildings made in mud there is absolutely unique, because this place has no direct rainfall. We get our water from under the ground. And we have turned it into such an ecological paradise that when you come there and you see the yoga planetarium of there, and the masters truly, and the different residential buildings and facilities, Varshana and Shanket, and then there's also the place of the Utsav, which is extraordinary chakana built in mud. You have to see it to believe it. And then I want to stress to you the most valuable of all the work of coming to a retreat. Everywhere you can be trained by real dedicated souls. They're masters of their own sciences. So if you go there and you make friendships with them, you will see your own life will change. Your own life will get so many creative ideas what you can do to expand higher consciousness in your life and for the life of others who come in contact with you. This is really the main reasons why we have developed the Eco Yoga villages, because we want everybody to see how you can be part of the solution in this world. Not materialistic, but basic, based on the true proper relationship of yoga. Yoga means union. Dharma means proper conduct. Power of yoga, which penetrates our heart and soul, makes us capable to embrace universal love. That universal love principle, that's the inspiration of the Eco-Yoga Farm. So this introduction, which I'm giving to you here, is a guideline. And there's many, many more things you can also learn. Of course, we are vegetarian. There's no animal tortured or killed within our surrounding. We will never allow that. And there is purity. We are living there without intoxicating the body. Because then you cannot practice really yoga if you have your body in intoxicated state. So we ask our volunteers who come here without meat, without intoxication, without alcohol, and join us to have a real yoga experience. And that's we can provide simply by getting into tune with chanting, dancing, meditating, researching and serving the real meaning of life, the real nectar, which really gives us a lot of energy, a lot of hope. We need that type of life. We need that. That is really something which makes the difference. So this introduction to the Eco-Yoga Farms, which I have given to you, is a heartfelt invitation. I myself have traveled numerous times through South America. We have an Eco-Yoga Farm in Brazil also, connected with us, Bhakti Dham, that I almost forgot, where you can come and see the mountain of crystal with a plan to make a temple, or the temple is already there, but another crystal temple we want to make there. Yes, we are here to serve you. And that is because our founder, my Gurudev Srila Prabhupada, is the real servant of humanity who has created all these ideas that we should come together, serve in the land, learn to what it means to be grateful, learn to be loving, compassionate, enthusiastic, and always available to share with others what we have received. So just contact us. Look at our website also, Eco-Yoga Farms, and practically each and every one of the farms, they have their own Facebook or Instagram or YouTube channel. I'm not completely aware of it, this is too much. But when I walk into the mountain, when I go up the hill or dive into the lake or into the amazing rivers, when that takes place, I must tell you, I feel at home. I feel like in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the land of meditation, the land of love, the land where this inspiration emanated, because that's where my spiritual master was meditating for many years before he started this open arm project to bring people together and to advance in spiritual life, to search for self-realization, to search for meaning in life, to search for becoming the friends of all. Something like that.